You know what it is, and welcome to another episode of Keen Young Minds. And I'm here with the one and only Sonia Praise Ben-Woko. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you know what?
Thank
it's
you.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure meeting you for the first time, and you know you've got an aura about you. You know you've got an aura about you. A lot of beauty queens can be very stereotypical, but there's something about you that you've got a depth to you. Straight away from when I met you, like
Yeah.
you've got a depth to you. So and on this show we're getting into the mind of entertainers, and so I'm glad that you're deep. So let's dive in. Let's dive in. So you're from Port originally.
Yes.
You was born there, raised there.
Yes.
I've been to PH myself years back. It's a little crazy, Sha. Like it's almost like a more organized Lagos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like a more organized Lagos.
Yeah.
How did you find growing up in PH? How did you find it?
Okay, frankly, I just used to tell myself that I just observed the phases of life I had in PH. I didn't really feel like I grew up in PH because secondary education was in Bayelsa and I was a boarding student.
Oh, wow.
So growing up with a single parent, my mom will literally be happy that I'm in school throughout because of my other siblings. I'm the first, so I have other siblings, yes. Yeah. So she would, she probably would not really have the time. So as of JSS2, down to when I graduated from secondary school, I took care of myself. I made friends in Bayelsa, and during some midterms or some vacations, I don't go back to Port Harcourt. I just stay with those people. And sometimes some people is like trade by barter. Maybe I help you with some test or something. You just know you owe me one. So in case my mom doesn't come for me, I'm going home with you. I did that back in the day. And growing up in Port Harcourt didn't really used to be so rowdy, trust me. I think it started with the clash of governors, clash of power. That's where the whole chaos started from. And I agree with you. Port Harcourt is like a more organized Lagos. Really.
And here we are now in Lagos, Mental Health Month, and you're an advocate for mental health.
Yes,
but before you got to that point, you're a beauty queen. I mean, you was Miss Ideal 2019. What was your journey into beauty?
Okay, truth is, right from secondary school, I've always had a flair. I had a thing for being a model, not just a beauty queen. Yeah, I had a flair for being a model, walking on the runway, modeling clothes. It just gave me joy to just, express the art of whoever I'm working with. I just saw it as expression of brilliance, two creative, two minds coming together to create something or to recreate what was already in existence into something that is brilliant to the world, So I already had this heart of like, I really want to do this, but my mom, she was not going to have it. Like, it's medicine or nothing. It's literally medicine or nothing. Uniport wasn't admitting me when I graduated from school in 2010. She had to make me wait till 2011. It was the same situation, and she was literally pushing me to OAU, to a private school to do this medicine. Yes, frankly, I was good academically for medicine, but truth is, I wasn't really feeling it. I had a thing to help people. I'm not scared of blood, but I actually preferred to be an engineer or an accountant because I was really good with maths and further maths. I love calculations till date. So,
you don't look like a further maths person.
Yeah, I know. Back then in school, it was the same thing. But I did want some good cash. I went to Olympiad competitions. I went to cowbell. I represented my school in both sports and academics.
So beauty and brain, Sha.
Actually, I was getting to that because being a beauty queen is not just about being beautiful. It's beauty with purpose. You have to you have to be, you don't have to be perfect, but you have to have this empowerment from within that, okay, I'm not just going there to show people I'm beautiful, because for Christ's sake, there are other 36 other beautiful contestants in their own way. You get? So yeah, beauty is relative. Beauty is, as they say, is in the eyes of the beholder. But beauty is not just the physical attributes that we see. I feel beauty is when you have that purpose, when you're driven. I think that's what made me win, because truth is, I didn't know our finale was being streamed by the international organization we were supposed to go contest in. Yeah, so for the fact that they handpicked me before they crowned me was very funny, because the question that there's this question that goes around before the crowning, where they give the top 5, like, tell us about yourself. What is beauty? What does beauty mean to you? Or if you win the crown, what are you going to do with it? How would you move Nigeria forward? How would you move Lagos? What would you do different? Yes, so it was those questions and answers. Trust, I didn't even practice for those things. But yeah, I think it was random, because they needed to know what you had in mind, like what you're going to do, like tell everybody. If you have nothing to say, just simply say you have nothing to say, and they'll move on to the next person. Because it wasn't practiced.
You kind of want to get into what you have within you, because when my grandma passed away, it was a big thing for me. And looking at her life, the way she lived, she had nothing, but she had everything. She was illiterate on paper. She couldn't read, she couldn't write, but she was able to. And she came and lived in the UK, and she actually looked after children for people for free.
Wow.
You know, and then people would give her money sometimes, and she would try and give it back, you know. And she was like, the service that she gave to her locals, and she had she never worked for anybody, you know, but she worked for her family. And at that wake, I spoke about a scripture that talks about the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. And I guess they saw that inside you, you know, that incorruptible beauty. You know, do you think that there's a pressure as a beauty pageant mentally? Is there pressure to be to look a certain way? And how did you deal with that? Because growing up, a lot of girls have self-esteem to try and, you got BBL, right? You got all this going on, you got contour, you got, what was that like for you mentally growing up and then becoming into the beauty industry?
Okay, yeah, growing up, I used to actually be laughed at, because people would be like, there's this name they used to call me in secondary school, they call me Chinese, because when we had social studies and they taught us how the Caucasians, the Asians, the different category or the different races we have in the world today, and how Panku came about. That's the story I can't even really forget, because of how much fun they made of me in secondary school.
Is that because of your eyes?
Yeah, they said I don't look Nigerian, I look Asian. It was, as of then, I wasn't having it. It wasn't funny. You get, like, if you want to come at me, you come at me like that, and I will feel bad. You get, I'll feel really bad and stuff. And I'm like, why is it like this? Like, it's not like, I'm actually Nigerian, you know? Like, I have to convince you or something, but it was more like, okay, it's something I couldn't control. People just always, secondary school is all shades of everyone. So I went through that, and it was until I came out of secondary school and I got into the university, and I decided to try out my passion, which is modeling. And I knew that those attributes which I was being laughed at in school, like maybe I was an athlete back in school, but mainly track events. And then most people would be like, oh my God, like, only you. Like, a lot of mockery that doesn't even make sense. Like, you are doing too much of everything. You're going out for competition. You're going to sports. Waiting happen. So a lot of it. I literally did not have friends. But when I was getting close to SS2, SS3, I noticed that I started having friends of quality.
I love that.
Yes, because if anyone told me that in SS2 I was going to be acting head girl, I would never believe it, because I didn't have friends. I didn't have the whole, you need to know this senior to know this other senior to get in this prefect post and all of that. So really, I did not even expect that I was going to get to that level of head girl or assistant head girl. And the way it was in my school, the students needs to vote, including the junior ones. So I was really surprised at the turnout. And this came and I rejected it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Wow,
I don't know.
wow.
I think, yeah, it was the pressure from... As at then, I didn't recognize it. But when I was leaving school, I'm like, why did I... The head girl position is like a popularity, like a celebrity status in school, you get? So I actually rejected it then. But it took me, see how long it took me to realize that the reason why I rejected that thing was because of the mental issues I went through.
Of course.
Yes, I didn't want people to see me. I'm being a head girl, only acting head girl. I know how many times I had to step out of my room in a week. Because, you know, when you're in the senior secondary class, you don't need to go out. You don't need to do so much of... listening to school activities anymore, but being the head girl and you are acting, professional living, so you need to be up and doing. So all those things made me, I didn't want to be seen.
Low self-esteem. That's what, when you don't want to be seen, it's when the world beats you up so much, you begin to have a low self-esteem. You know, they say actually, I don't know what the figures are for Nigeria, but in the West, they say the biggest killer of young people under 40 is suicide. You know, and that is because of when they're going through school, when we are going through school, we suffer so much trauma from other opinions and other voices, and like your mother, your father, and so you now at a place as a beauty queen, is it more pressure mentally than growing up in school to be beautiful, to be this person? Is it more pressure? Is it less pressure? What is it like now?
Yeah, as at then, during the contest to on the journey to being this beauty queen, it was a lot of pressure because it was looking like nothing I was naturally was enough. My manager then, she was in the UK, but because of the whole, she knew, she was like, because she was the outgoing queen, she was like, I'm managing you, you must win this. It's going to be a disgrace but the contestant I'm managing doesn't win this. Oh my God. She had to tell me, what cream are you using? I'm not I'm not big on creams, wearing jewelry, all those plenty things and all. Normally, I just love hairs, wigs, look good, dress well, that's it. I'm not really big on makeup or stuff.
Well, your makeup looks dashing today.
Yeah, thanks to my makeup artist.
Yeah, we're going to put that in the credits below. The handle of this makeup is just incredible.
I love it. I don't like drama, but I love this.
It is very dramatic. Well, you're getting ready to jump out the jungle.
Yeah, really, it was a lot of pressure because she was not content. She needed me to go buy gown. Like you don't know where I'm getting this money. You don't know if I even have enough funds. You don't want to know. All you know is that we are going to win this competition because. She just kept putting the pressure on me. So I had to oblige because she was the outgoing queen and she has the status already. So you need to listen. So you don't be at her bad side for you to lose out in the competition. So I had to also be her. I just had to also be wise, even though I'm not in agreement with everything. But then, this is like my first big pageant. So if I want to do well, if I want to go far, I have to listen to who has been there, who has won it, who has seen it. So I already have that orientation. And back then in secondary school, a lot of things were happening. Like I said, I had a single mom who did not really have the time. So on days like visiting days where people are like maybe telling their parents about what has been happening in the hostel and stuff, I have to deal with my problems myself because I don't know how to start expressing my anxieties, my fears to my fellow classmates there was nobody to tell. So at such young age, I learned the hard way how to pick myself, talk to myself, because I knew that talking helps to ease this whole mental stress, anxiety and everything. And my mom is also a psychiatric nurse, so I've seen her practice, I've seen her calm people who are really like they were violent and stuff. Not just the drugs, not just the injection. The
Violence
way
you
the way you handle them. Some
yeah.
of them, it's not even what you think. Some of them, it's too much of anxiety makes them develop probably one habit or the other, and then they're ending up in a mental clinic or in a mental home. So it's not like it's been there, or it's not like it's genetics. It just happens because of these pressures and everything.
And is that what inspired SYM? Tell us a little bit about SYM, because all of your experiences yourself mentally, but also seeing your mum do her service. Is that what inspired you to start SYM? What is SYM? Let's get into it.
Okay,
let's get into it.
Yes.
Let's get into
SYM is Sopra Young Mind Foundation.
Say it again.
Sopra Young Mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a foundation I named for mental health. I said, why I chose the name Sopra Young Mind, because I believe no matter how old you are, if you are young at heart, you would understand the importance of mental health. You understand? So that's why there's something my granny used to say before she passed on. She would be like, I might be 60 years old, I might be 80 years old, but I can relate when my grandson is coming to me to tell me how happy that someone gave them an ice cream or bicycle or something, because my granny was always there. She was always, she sometimes unbelievably she's more understanding than even your parents that are younger. You get, like, it was something else, but I learned a lot from her, that
over the age they develop capacity. Time helps you develop capacity.
Exactly. I agree with what I just need to
click for that one.
Yeah, I agree with that. Time really defines you. It really does. It really makes you. There's something I used to say to people. There's a version of yourself you've not met, and you need to keep working.
Woo!
Person.
You're taking us there. You're taking us there.
Yeah, you need to keep working. Like the Sonia Praise of today, a lot of people can't believe this is me. Because I used to be the shy. I'm actually still shy, but I think I have drawn the line. I know when it's important. I know when people need to hear me say something, because it's not about being shy. I'm a reserved person, but when work needs to be done, you need to get there. You need to deliver it. And I believe what is worth doing is worth doing well. So I'm not. It's not about what you get or the instant gratifications you get from it, because truth is, most of the anxieties that are happening to the youths of these days are instant gratification. My friend has this, I want to have it. Oh my God, she came to Lagos 2 years ago, she already has an apartment. I'm going to Lagos. You don't, everybody's timeline, stop running your pace, stop running your path on someone else's timeline.
100%.
Everybody has their own 100%. Timeline. So 100%. You need to work on that. You need to work on yourself. You know what you want. You know the version of yourself you want to meet. You get? So you need to work to, if you're delaying, fine and good. Life has its own challenges, but doesn't mean you need to run after anyone. There's something I used to say, like, it's even in my journal, in my notes. I'm like, you can move at your pace, but don't get left behind.
Man, who is this girl? Where is she from? Can I take her to London? Damn. You can, oh my, repeat that again, Sha. Let me have a drink, man. Damn, I need something stronger to calm me down. Go for it, go for it.
Yeah, you can move at your pace, but don't get left behind, in the sense that life happens to everyone. I saw a clip of Davido crying. And people were like, on the comments, Instablog, oh, premium tears, 30 BG tears. No, the guy is from a rich family. He has money. Does not mean he doesn't have mental issues. Doesn't mean he doesn't have mental challenges he goes through every day. The fact that he's on your screen, the fact that you're seeing him at Icebox buying diamonds worth millions of naira, doesn't mean he doesn't have what to do or something bothering him. Do you understand? I saw that clip and I understood something else differently. Mental challenges doesn't stop at when you are rich. It doesn't stop at when you are famous. You understand? It's something that goes on as far as
it probably increases.
Yes, it keeps increasing because it's just something the Bible says. Sorry, like if you're faithful.
No, don't ever apologize for the Bible. You're free. You're free.
It's just something like if you're faithful in little, you're gonna be faithful in small.
Amen.
Because truth is, when I was acting head girl, I did my bit, even though I knew that at the end of the day, I'm going to reject the post. But like I said, what is worth doing is worth doing well. I did my bit that, to the point that when I rejected the post, the teachers, they couldn't understand why. But they refused, they rejected me from saying that I don't want to be a prophet. They had to give me something else. You understand? So I had to take it because it's not just about me anymore. You get? The impact I've made in my school, it's not about me. Right? Like when I entered the school, I knew that I wanted to leave my footprint, that whenever I go to this school, none of my teachers, almost all my teachers, they're on my Facebook.
Wow.
They're all happy. They're like, oh my God, I thought you were going to pursue this. I thought you were going to be in the medicine world. I thought you were going to be in oil and gas or something. But that's not it. Because I was good in school back then, it's not about grades. It's about what, like my own path, my purpose, my destiny, what I need to do to impact. Because the truth is, the only assignment we have in life is to be the best version of ourselves. And also to impact the society.
And talking about impact society, lastly, the psychiatric hospital, Yaba, Lagos. What's your connection? What's your connection to this?
I was gonna get to that. That's how SYM was born. That's my foundation, Supra Young Mind. It's it wasn't just something I decided to do because of my pageant or because of my crown. It's something I've been doing in my own little way right from time. And when I got to this, when I got to the pageantry, and it was important to have a project, I didn't just want to do it for the fun of doing it. I had to sit down and I told myself, if we're going to do this project, let's just do what we know is real. Something I know that I'm going to look back and say, okay, yes, I did this. You understand? So I chose mental health and I chose depression. I just looked around and I chose the little mental health vices that youngsters go through these days. Not just youngsters, almost everybody. Like I said, as far as your breathing, there's something that's always going to come up. So I did that.
And what does the foundation do in the hospital?
Okay, I visited the hospital at first. Funny enough, I visited the hospital on the Valentine's Day. Not even on my birthday,
And you had like dates in the hospital?
I just took about 3 of my friends. I got stuff
And together. You actually had dates?
They were there.
Wow.
They were there. And
so you dated the guys in the hospital?
I did.
Like, as in, like, you had like you had like dinner and stuff, like.
Lunch actually. Like,
that's incredible, though.
Funny enough, guys, girls, men, women, you can find everybody of every age category in the hospital, actually. Funny enough, 3 of my friends, they were really scared. Oh my God, I've not been to a psychiatry. We are going to Yaba Left, this, that. I'm like, can you guys calm down? Do you think there are mad dogs that will just come out and start eating us up and everything? Let's just get to the... They have... It's an organization.
Of course.
You go to the
there's so many layers
blood.
to mental health, anxiety, depression, trauma. There's so many levels. You don't have to be a killer,
Exactly. So we got there, and the matron, she was blown away. She thought maybe we are an organization, maybe we're coming to do something. I'm like, no, madam, I just want to spend my Valentine's Day with these people, because after today I'm going to go to camp and I'm not going to have the time to do this anymore. This has been really disturbing me in my spirit, and I've been using, I'm new to Lagos as an excuse, but then I'm no longer new in Lagos because I've stayed for a while. So I just had to push myself. I made the researches, and when it was time, I just got 3 people to accompany me, and we went there, and that's how she offered me the brand ambassadorship deal.
Wow.
Yes.
So you just wanted to connect.
Yes.
That's what we need in our community. We need to be able to connect, with each other. To help and to help us to understand what another person's going through. Speaking of connect, tell us, how can we connect up with you? Let us know, because we need to know, Sha.
My name is Sonia Praise Ben-Woko, and I am on Instagram at Queen Sopra. That's Queen_Sopra, SOPRA. I'm on Facebook, but I'm not so active on Facebook. But then I'm on Twitter too. I feel like Twitter is like the realest social media. I don't really tweet always, but I'm there to like,
see the views.
Follow up, updates. Most things are actually on, like unfiltered things are actually on Twitter. I'm there because, like I said, I'm about making impact. I'm about moving the country forward, no matter how damaged the country is. Because truth is, if the country is this damaged, this is why most youths, most of the youngsters in Nigeria will keep having anxiety and mental health issues that they will not even admit to themselves that they are going through. It will keep going on, it will keep increasing, because this is what we all need to like address. Because you're talking to someone, you can find out that this person's issue is not even that deep.
Of course.
It's not like you want to, it's not like you are Dangote thinking of making a refinery that is going to solve an economic issue. Probably this is you just thinking that your friend Bolanle just got a car 2 weeks ago and you are still here. So,
but it can lead to other things.
Exactly. You know? I don't invalidate it. I don't try to make it, I don't trivialize it. Because the truth is, that's the person's feeling. You cannot invalidate how someone else is feeling. You can only make them understand that this is not, it's actually really not this deep. You walk them, you hear from them, then you know how to walk them accordingly based on their understanding. So they don't, because this is a very delicate, mental health is a very delicate issue. You need to be very careful. I've had instances where I'm trying to give an honest advice to a friend, as a friend should, and she got upset because she wasn't hearing what she thought. She wasn't prepared to listen. Yeah, she wasn't getting what she wanted me to say to her. So
wow, I mean, we're going to bring you back on season 2. This has been incredible. This has been absolutely incredible. Sonia Praise Ben-Woko on Keen Young Minds. And you know, if you're suffering from mental illness, there's going to be some information below, okay? The foundation, you can contact some people, whatever it is, just speak to someone and connect. That's the key word, connect. And also, just if you really take in this interview, you know, you'll find nuggets to help you. Having good friends around you, journaling, that was another good point to really express yourself. And just remember that creativity comes from God and life comes from God, and make sure that you're inspired and in a good community. It's just, listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you. We could go in more, but we're going to get you back on season 2. It's been absolutely incredible. At Obiona, that's me. You can follow, like, subscribe, all of that jazz, and just be you, man. Above all, be you. Peace. You know what it is. It's your boy at Obiona, aka Yona. Handles at Obiona, OBIYONNA. We've just wrapped on a great show, Keen Young Minds. It's going to be incredible. We're starting with the minds and then we're changing the world. So, and you know what? If you enjoyed the show, like and subscribe. It's going to be the beginning of a revolution. So stay tuned for more and reach out. Let's connect, man. Let's get into it.